All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I know we normally have the amazing Mrs. Nina Moore on these calls on Sunday nights, but she is in Arizona doing an incredible training. And so tonight you get the equally amazing Mrs. Jennifer Nivens and myself tonight. So we're just a couple moms selling coffee, helping people reach their goals, and we're so excited to share with you our stories and just what we're doing. So if you don't know me, if you're seeing this on a watch party, my name is Brandy Bright. We have been in this company for 18 months. It has been an incredible 18 months for us. You know, Mike and I do this full time. We're very committed to this company. We finally found our home. If you don't know what we do, it's kind of funny. I love when I talk to people that are like, they have no clue what I do or what company I'm in or whatnot. And I post about it all the time. So I love to be able to share that with them. So we found It Works Global 18 months ago. It's a faith-based, family-owned company. They're almost 20 years old, debt-free. And you know, when we first found this, a little bit of our story, our back history with the company. When we found this opportunity, Mike was so excited, and Mike was like, yes, yes, yes. And I was like, no, 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 don't want to do it. I'm not interested. They sell wraps. Like, I'm good. We had been in other companies. I was really burnt out, but Mike luckily saw the vision and saw the opportunity here. And after a while, I got on board, and within 10 months, we were ambassadors, the top rank of the company. And you know what really did it for me was we went to conference, not this one you guys just saw me at in January, but the one the year before. We were triple diamonds. We knew who some people were, but no one really knew who we were, and kind of sat there quietly and, you know, I just kind of took it in, and I saw all these women on the stage, moms, college students, women in their 50s, lots of couples, some guys, but they were talking about how this company had changed their lives and how they had gone debt free. And you know, Cassie Westland was buying her mom a house with cash, and Cheyenne Knox is like 21 years old and just living their dream lives. And I looked at Mike and was like, all right, I'm in, let's do this. What I should have said before that, what really, 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 really got me was the Thursday night of conference. They kick off every year, Thursday night of conference, with a night of worship. They literally bring in the whole like staff and crew and preacher and everybody from pastor from Bayside, our church here, and do a night of worship. And I was blown away by that. I've never seen a company do that before. I've gone to conventions and conferences where the owners don't show up. They're in another country and they don't come to the US, or it's a party company and everyone's partying. I had never seen a company kick off their conference with the Lord. I was with faith. I was amazed by that. But then I saw these amazing stories and I was like, oh my gosh, we're doing this. And so one of the amazing things about this industry, about this company, not the industry, about this company, is that they allow you to sponsor your spouse, which was amazing to me because the company I was in before, I had a girl on my team that put her, something in my eye, that put her husband in. They were going to both do it. And literally within an hour of putting her husband in, compliance shut down both their accounts and was like, can't have more than one distributor per household. This company not only allows it, they encourage it. They allow you to each put a position in and work together, which is amazing. So we have our main position that went ambassador, like I said, in 10 months. You know, that is where our whole team is under, but they allow us to put a position in the spouse's name, which is really exciting. So we started that second position after conference last year. We ran a diamond, earned a $10,000 bonus, and then we got really busy with travel and whatnot. And I just started like rerunning, you know, toward the end of last year with that second position, and they launched our bonus program again, you guys. I just earned last month a $20,000 bonus with that second position. Literally from home with Anya, with the kids, I'm running for a $30,000 bonus this month. I mean, where else can you do that? What other job can you go for a bonus like that? From home with your kids. and I'll wrap this up and let, Mrs. Nivens tell a little bit about her story, but, I have a lot of health things going on. I have a lot of autoimmune issues. And, I was thinking about that when I was sitting here setting up for the live. Like, I can't imagine, someone's telling me something in the chat. Looks like my internet's having issues. I can't imagine having to go to work every day. And looks like we're having some issues. Hold on, guys. Sorry, we're having internet issues. I can't even open the chat. Can you guys hear me or am I frozen?
We can hear you. It's just a bit staticky.
It's a bit staticky the whole time I talk, or is it better?
No, not the whole time, but closer to probably the last minute or so.
Okay, yeah, I can hear the static. Is it any better?
Talk some more.
You sound staticky to me. Oh no, technical difficulties. Let me try and unplug it. I've unplugged everything. Is that any better?
That's better.
Okay. Oh, well, unplug the computer. Let's just hope it's got some juice. So what I was saying was it is so amazing for us to be able to, have the second position. We get to earn the bonuses all over again in the second position. Last month in February, I earned a $20,000 bonus in our second position. This month, I'm running for a $30,000 bonus. And I was saying that, being a busy mom, having a lot of kids, I have a lot of health issues, autoimmune issues. I was thinking as we were starting this and I was setting everything up that I can't imagine having to get up and go to work every day. I can't imagine with the health issues I've been experiencing the past few years, how taxing it would be on my body to go to work all day and then come home and be a mom and take care of the house. And this company has given me not only the means to be able to focus on my health and focus on my healing journey, but to be home. And if I'm having a rough day, I'm working from the couch. If I'm having a day where my autoimmune's kicking my butt, I'm on my couch. And so that's one of my favorite things about this industry is if you have a job you love and you work full time and you just want something extra, you can do this. If you're retired and you just want some supplemental income, you can do this. If you're a mom like me that's got a lot going on, you can do this. So that's my favorite thing about it. That's a little bit of our story. But I'm going to pass this over to Mrs. Jennifer Nivens over in Charlotte, North Carolina. We got to go see her last month on our 10-day road trip and just meet with some of her team and just get to know them better. And you guys have a really incredible team that's doing some big things over there. So share your story with us.
Thank you, Miss Brandy. And yes, honored to share on tonight's call. I was originally introduced to It Works Global back in 2015. At the time, married, pregnant with our first child, very busy in ministry as well as working and, just had a lot going on. And so at the time, outside looking in, we looked like to be doing very well for ourselves. But, we were all about, eliminating debt. And so I saw this opportunity on Instagram, was just scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, and I saw people talking about these, body wraps and different things like that. And I was a huge skeptic. But then I saw the income that they were making, and I was like, well, I could do this to kind of pay off my student loans. And so I kept watching it. I sat on it for a couple of months and kept scrolling. I saw the bonuses that the people were earning, and I'm like, is this really real? And so I reached out to someone on Facebook, and she shared with me, she said, it is real. And she broke down how the business worked and how for simply sharing products that, helped you look better and feel better, you could also turn around and be compensated for that. And so when I told my husband about it, I'll admit I had a husband who was not on board in the beginning. He was like, no, that stuff is a scam. It doesn't work. We're not getting into that. And, but the wife, I kept pressing. I said, no, you need to listen, or we need to listen. Let's at least hear it out before we say no. And so we both heard the information. And as he was listening, the numbers made sense to him. He acted like he wasn't paying attention and was watching the ball game, but he was. At the end of the call, he was like, it does make sense, like numbers wise. He was calculating it, and he said, let's give it a try. Well, he said, you give it a try. And so I jumped in it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew the power of social media, and also the power, again, I was about to deliver our first child. And if me, like so many other moms, we had the baby weight we were trying to get off. And so I knew if the products would work for me, like this would be a game changer. And it did. After I had my baby, my sister got married the next month. And so I had to fit in a dress that was super, super small. And not only did it fit, it was actually a little bit big because of the It Works product. And so for then, I was even more sold. And so my initial goal was honestly just $500 a month. Why? Because my student loan bill was $493, and that was it. I wasn't looking to initially to come in and, to make the $10,000 a month. But once I came in and I hit that goal, and then I said, well, if I could hit that goal, let me see if I can match my salary. And I did. And then so for my husband, it changed from, oh, your little business to how is our business doing? So now he was all in 100%. Like, what do we have to do? And he's like, it works all the way. And so we absolutely fell in love with this company. It is a debt-free, faith-based, family-owned company that's been around for 19 years. Again, loving the fact that it is a company of a husband and wife who were just like many of us, a stay-at-home mom, a school teacher who decided they just needed an extra $500 a month. How many of you, you are $500 a month or maybe even a paycheck away from being in a lot of trouble, from being in the hole? And so this opportunity just gave people just some wiggle room, and not just that, but paying off some serious debt. And so once I met my salary goal, then I, tripled that goal and became a six-figure earner. Of course, my husband's account was also in. We earned a combined over $100,000 in bonuses. And, I was able to leave my job back in 2017, April 2017, and I've been home full time since then because of these type of industry. And so so now I am married with 2 kids now. And so we actually just relaunched and restarted our business a couple of months ago because there is nothing like It Works Global. The culture, the friendships, the fun, but also the income that you can seriously make from sharing a product line that absolutely works and does not break the bank. It just made sense. And so now we were known for the body wraps. There was nothing like the body wraps, although we were often, imitated when people tried to, make their own versions. But now we are coming into the coffee business. And that alone is already huge, being that 400 billion cups are consumed a year. And so now that we have the second highest, most consumed beverage that is being our flagship product is an absolute game changer. And so whenever you think about it, outside of water, it is coffee. And a lot of people who I have shared this coffee with, the Skinny Brew coffee, which is our newest product, they don't even like coffee. They don't like coffee. I will admit, I have huge skeptics, and they were like, well, I don't even drink coffee, so I'm not sure it's going to work. Or I love coffee, so I don't even think I'm going to like the flavor of it. But it is a black French roast coffee. It is a bold coffee. And so for those serious coffee lovers, we have that. Although we still have the amazing keto coffee, which I will not bash because keto coffee has definitely helped me lose a lot of weight, after the babies. But this French roast coffee, not only is it helping to lose the weight, but it's really helping. My energy is on a whole nother level. Being a mom of 2, I have a special needs child who's 4, and then a mom of a 17-month-old boys, they keep me on the go. And so my energy was depleted. Like I was used to having to take naps throughout the day because I just couldn't make it, And so, but it wasn't until I finally got my hands on this coffee, and I am not a coffee drinker. I don't like coffee. I have coffee with my cream and sugar, And so at first I was nervous if I was even going to like it, but I do. And my husband, he drinks 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. Whenever he tried it, I actually found out he was stealing my coffee because he came in one day. He was like, that coffee is serious. And I'm like, what coffee is serious? Because I know you weren't talking about my Skinny Brew coffee that you so, but he was actually taking my packs and was using it throughout the day. And he was like, it is instant energy, but not just instant. It is like, it lasts through all day. And so not only do you have the instant energy without the jitters, because coffee, for me, I know I have the energy, but I would have the jitters, and then it would make me nauseous. Like coffee would make me nauseous and it would make me jittery. And so I like that I have the energy, but another plus for me with this coffee line is that my mood, because it has nootropics. And so the whole thing with nootropics, if you Google it or search it, it's like cognitive enhancers, okay? So it helps you to be more alert. It helps you to be just clear, focused, and it also makes you happy, okay? It's almost like like, how you have a happy pill? This is like my happy juice, okay? And so even like from a spouse to say, you were a lot nicer, and I can tell the difference with the coffee. But I say first and foremost, my first 3 days trying the Skinny Brew coffee, I was down 4 pounds. I'm now down a total of, I know at least 8. I have not weighed myself in a while, but at least 8 in the past 3 weeks. And so I'm excited. But the fact that I can go all day without, everyone calls me snackums because Jennifer will eat all day. Like, I'm snacking, okay? So the fact that I can go all day and I'm not hungry or I'm not wanting a snack, and it'll last me well into 3 or 4 o'clock, with coffee just being my breakfast. Of course, I still do my celery. I love the just celery. I do that first thing in the morning before my coffee. But the fact that it really keeps me full, while it's keeping me full, it's burning fat on top of that. I'm able to focus, stay awake all day, and be happy. Game changer. Absolute game changer. And the results and the feedback and the reviews that I'm getting back from so many people, my pastor, even today, she was like, who does not like coffee, she was like, okay, but I let her try it because just for energy. And she was like, all right, I need some more coffee. I need some more coffee. And she says, I don't like coffee. I don't even think it's probably going to work. But she was like, I need some more. My energy was like nothing else, and my mood and all of the above. And so I am definitely a huge fan of coffee now. Well, not just any coffee, but the Skinny Brew for sure.
I like that you brought up the energy, because that was my biggest takeaway. So when we first joined this company, I was drinking a little bit of coffee with my cream too. So I had to be sweet. My coffee was like almost like white, like it was not dark at all. It was some coffee with my cream. And so keto coffee was a transition for me, but it only took me about a week or so to get, and this was before even adding the chocolate greens. I was just doing the keto coffee, and I was able to drink that without adding anything sweet into it. Then I found the chocolate greens and did both, and it was like a chocolate mocha with no sugar. I was blown away. So when we tried the Skinny Brew at conference, I took a sip of it and I was like, I'm good. And it was really, really hot. So I just took a little sip and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then after we got home, Mike was obsessed with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this another go. And so I started drinking it, and I was putting my chocolate greens and like a splash of heavy whipping cream in my Skinny Brew. And I'm like, this is really good. And so I started drinking that. And now I'm drinking it with just a tiny splash of cream. Like my coffee is darker than it's ever been. And for someone who literally would, if I had to choose between black coffee or no coffee, I would always choose no coffee. That's how much I hated black coffee. It's how much I hated regular coffee. And this it's so smooth and it tastes so good. But the amazing thing about it, like you were saying, I have a bunch of stuff I have going on with my health and hormonal stuff. And by like 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm dragging. Like, I'm taking a nap or I'm on the couch, like, struggling. And I'm amazed at how much energy this gives me throughout the day. But then I'll go to like 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then I'm like, I didn't need to lay down today. I didn't need to like sit and like collect myself. I'm still going. So that was a game changer for me. I had a couple clients, that were using the customer that were calling me like, oh my God, Brandy, what is in this coffee? I forgot to eat today. Like, I can't believe how well it suppresses my appetite. So, we've talked a lot about the coffee, but there's a whole lot of products in this company. So let's talk a few minutes about the products, and then, I want to share on the opportunity a little bit too. But, like I said, when I first found this opportunity, I literally just thought they had wraps. I didn't know anything else about it. I knew that they had, I think, the fat fighter pills too. And, but that was it. That was all I knew about. So when I really dove in and looked at the products, I was blown away at what they had. But then every year, I think we released over 30 new products last year. I mean, that's amazing. So, the just celery, that's a big one. Celery juice is a huge craze right now, and everybody's juicing celery. When Mike and I started, before we started taking just celery, we had a juicer. I used to juice often when Anya was little, but it was such a pain in the butt. It was such a headache to get the juicer out, and you had to like prep all the fruits and veggies and wash them and chop them. And then you had to juice them to get, that much juice. And then you had to clean it all up. Like, we would get on a kick where we would juice for like 3 or 4 days. And then it would like slowly move on the counter back and back down to a cabinet. Like, and then it was done. And so that was really big for me. This juicer, like, I just put a scoop in my water. Or I would get on a juicing kick and we would go on a trip and my juicing kick would get thrown off. You can take this anywhere with you, on the go, easy to use, literally just need water. But that's, I mean, there's the greens. The greens have been really popular in our house. If you follow me on Facebook, I put chocolate greens on everything, in everything, on everything. Speaking of Facebook, everyone who's on the Zoom, make sure you're hosting a watch party and sharing this information, you know, outside of the Zoom with your people on Facebook so they're getting this. But chocolate greens, we put that, we just made muffins today again. I make muffins every week with it. It goes in milkshake, coffee, popsicles, yogurt melts. You know, they're detoxifying, so those are really great to use, you know, to save from getting sick. But if someone is sick, if you have illnesses or different things you're trying to heal your children from, those are great. You know, the skincare line, I've talked a lot about the new Dr. Nassif line. I have had more compliments on my skin and on how long my hair has gotten since I joined this company. I mean, I feel like everyone in this company is just like, they join and they get prettier. They get smaller, they get prettier, and they age backwards. It's a beautiful thing. But those are a couple of my top favorite products. Collagen is great. I'll let you share some of yours. The Confianza, I just took some the other day. I was alone with Anya because Mike was traveling. I took some Confianza and we were hanging out in the hot tub and I forgot I took it. And we were sitting there and I'm like, God, I'm really chill tonight. Like, I'm like really relaxed.
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh,
the happy pill.
The happy, it's like mommy's little helper. And it's adaptogens. It's got ashwagandha in it. And if you know anything about ashwagandha, you know how incredible it is. So those are some of my favorites, Jennifer. What are a couple of yours?
Like I said, the Just Celery is definitely been a game changer. And I'll admit, y'all, like I had to first initially get over the taste of it, but now I cannot go a day without having it because if you do your research on celery juice, period, it's basically like the holy grail of all type of superfoods. And so there's so many different benefits of it, from, you know, anti-inflammatory to inflammation to, you know, gut health to clearing up your skin, joint support, weight loss. It's so much all in one. And so our top one used to be, well, especially for my husband, used to be the greens, because again, you know, with everyone juicing, imagine yourself juicing, you know, 38 foods on your counter at one time, and you're able to have that in one serving. You know, you're not able to do that. And so the fact that you can have that with just a scoop of your greens, you know, with the energy, like Brandy said, you know, it alkalizes your system, gives you the detox. But that Just Celery has to be by far my top one first thing in the morning, which you want to do on an empty stomach with cold water. It says with 8 ounces, but I probably do maybe 5, and I just drink it as fast as I can.
Shoot it.
I have to chug it really fast. And then you don't want to eat or drink anything else to about 30 minutes to an hour. And so then I do my coffee. So of course the Skinny Brew coffee is a favorite. I love the skincare line. I am very iffy about what I put on my skin, and their skincare line, especially the new formulated one, is amazing. Another top one is Fat Fighters. I mean, especially if you are a foodie, if you don't always eat the best and you have your cheat days, not cheat week, or cheat, if you have your cheat meals a day, then Fat Fighters on deck all times. You know, I basically have it after every meal, especially now that I'm only really eating one meal and maybe a snack with doing the Skinny Brew. Those Fat Fighters is blocking a portion of carbs and the fat from your meal. And so that is a must have if you're wanting to block off some of the fat and the carbs from those not so healthy meals. That is a must have. And then of course the TFX, which is the Thermophyte, for those who that's clinically proven and has a scientifically proven ingredient in that supplement, guys, that will help you lose on average 31 pounds in 90 days. So imagine pairing the TFX with the Just Celery and the Skinny Brew. I promise you, if you do that combination, you will be like springtime fine, like summertime fine. I promise you. And you will feel better. You will feel better. Your energy level will be there. Your skin will be clear. Your belly will be flattening. Like your energy, you'll be happy. Like, so the Just Celery, the Skinny Brew coffee, and definitely the TFX. I love the hair, skin, and nail vitamins. I could go on and on and on because again, we typically, purchase everything, even though we may not use everything. I give the kids the chocolate greens. They get their fruits and vegetables. I put it in milk, so they think they're drinking chocolate milk. Even like the elderberry tablets, especially now with all type of, viruses going around, they have a sip of that, during the day. And so it's something for everybody, it's something for everyone to help you all out wellness. A lot of products out there, they kind of deplete your body so that you just lose weight. It just basically makes you go to the bathroom. Our products are white pants approved. So no having to stay locked up in the house over the weekend, afraid to go out once you drink the coffee or the tea. Yes, we have a chai tea now. So for those of you guys who can't do caffeine, we have something for you. But I love the fact that not only are our products helping to detox your body, but it's adding those nutrients that are missing. So it's adding the fruits and vegetables and the superfoods to help you have a healthier life that you may not get from just a regular diet. And so we have tons of products. And so it just made sense. Why not, use supplements to prevent you from having to be on a prescription drug, And so you're going to be on something. Why not invest in yourself when it comes to an amazing supplement line that's going to help you feel amazing as well as look amazing? And going into the opportunity, why not get paid to do it? It just makes sense, because you're going to be dropping weight. You're going to be happier. People are going to be asking, Christy, you are very nice today, or your face is slimming. Like, what are you using? And rather than Christy passing it off to, well, I have been purchasing this product from this friend, why not her friends purchase it from her? How many times do you get asked, where did you get that lipstick? Where did you get, someone asked me today about my lipstick at church. And so I'm sending them to a site. So it's the same thing. We are affiliate marketers for everything by sharing simply who does our hair, who does our nails, where we got the earrings, where we got this from. We take a picture of them, we post it on social media, and we're tagging these restaurants and these websites. Why not you be compensated for the products that you love, the products that you are seeing your own results from, and, get paid from it. Allow it to be an additional income stream, that's able to fit in with what you're currently already doing. I did this and worked a full-time job, with the child in ministry, helping my husband and his businesses and different things like that, and became a six-figure earner. I didn't become a six-figure earner working just this full-time. So for those people who are like, well, I'm just super busy, I don't know if I have the time to do it, you have the freedom to work this in whatever your schedule is. I didn't think I had the time either, but if you really calculate how much time do you spend just on social media. My pastor gave an example. She was like, do you spend more time on social media than you do praying? I mean, yeah. So it's like, you really do have the time if you tell your time where to go. And so that's when I have a calendar, like a family calendar, and we block off, from school to work to nap time. And so you find the little pockets of time throughout the day or throughout the week where you can simply share what you have your hands on. And again, grow a substantial business, whether it's $500 a month, whether it's $5,000, whether it's $15,000, whether it's $100,000. And I say $100,000 a month because people are doing it and people are doing 70, 80 in their early 20s, college students. And so I'm like, well, if this 23-year-old girl who is buying her mama house, just built her dream house on the water, is making 80, 90K a month. Jennifer, what is wrong with you? There is nothing wrong with you, with me, or anybody. It's just people don't allow, their why to be their excuse, but their why to be the fuel to push them to hit whatever goal that they aim for. And so I tell people, whenever they are interested in this type of business or this company, is what is your why? Why do you want to do something like this? And then whenever they answer that, I ask them, well, why do you want to do that? And then I ask them, well, why do you want that to happen? Because then you get deep down into why this business or this additional stream of income needs to happen for you. It may not be because, you want to quit your job. Maybe it's because you want to be able to have a down payment for a house. Maybe it's because you want to be able to just to pay off debt or buy a new car, or, it could, or give more to your church or a charity. It could be anything. And so right now, an additional income stream or multiple streams of income now is more of a necessity. Like, you aren't going to get rich and wealthy just off of your job. You're not. And so you have to have other income streams coming in, which will allow you, we allow this vehicle to be an investment to be able to start other businesses. Because of It Works, we were able to start other businesses, you know? And so the fact that you can use this that can multiply into other things is just an absolute game changer by simply sharing products, not just products, but coffee that people are drinking anyway, that helps them to feel amazing rather than a lot of the stuff that they are buying out there. But not just that, but we are in what we call bonus season, which is the #1 reason why you want to say yes to this opportunity, because bonus season does not come around all year long. But the fact that you can earn a $15,000 bonus in your first full 3.5 months when you reach the level of diamond, okay? Diamond is like the first leadership level in this business. And diamond is an average of $2,000 a month, plus you are earning $15,000 bonus on top of that. And, you know, when I reached the level of diamond before, it was a $10,000 bonus, you know, and I was able to earn it, but now it's 15,000. Like, it's 15,000. And then you can put a spouse in, you can put your child over 18, a family member, and you can help them do the same and help them earn a $15,000 bonus. I put my spouse in, I helped him earn that bonus. And then I went to earn the next one. And so bonus season really allows you to grow your income, to grow your checks, to really live that life of freedom that so many times we often dream about. But I love now, like, my motto is not to just live the life, not to just dream about the life, but actually live the life that I dream of. And It Works Global is allowing me to do that. It's allowing me to look and feel my best. But the fact that it's allowing us to bring in the income to pay off debt, to pay off therapy, for me to be able to have the freedom to make my own schedule it's been amazing. And so I'm gonna turn it back to you, Brandy, so that you can share, I guess, more about what the opportunity has done for you. I know Brandy has just earned a $20,000 bonus from just last month. So yes, it has the 15, the next is 20, and this month she's going for the 30. Yeah. Do y'all hear me? She just
you know what I want to share on that? I was thinking as you were talking. So before I found It Works, I was working a full-time marketing job. It was when I was pregnant with Anya, and I was making $40,000 a year. And they did not have a paid maternity leave. I had to ask permission if I was sick to stay home, or if one of my kids were sick. And I remember calling my boss one time. This was like at the end before I quit. And I was like 7.5 months pregnant, and I had strep throat. And I was sick and miserable, and I called him and said, I need to work from home today. I said, I have strep throat. And he stopped me and said, are you sick or are you pregnant? And I was like, well, I'm both. And he like gave me crap for it. And I was so upset that Mike was like, just quit, Brandy, just quit, and we will figure it out. And while you were talking, I started thinking about that. And that job where I worked for $40,000 a year, I just made a $20,000 bonus last month, and I'm going for a $30,000 bonus this month, which means in 2 months I'll have made $10,000 more than I did an entire year working that full-time job that took me away from my kids. You know, I had to go out, whether we were living in Ohio, whether it was snowing, whatever was going on. Whether I was sick, I had to be at that job. Let that sink in for a minute. I will make $10,000 more in 2 months than I did an entire year at a full-time job. So, you know, one of the biggest things that I want to say to people, and then we'll share some stuff a little bit deeper about the opportunity, though, is, you know, so often we talk ourselves out of this. So often we see an opportunity and we're not ready. It's not time. I don't want to do that. They and them said it won't work. That's not going to work for me. But you know what? It's never going to be time. You're never going to be ready. You need to take that first step. You need to jump, because if you don't change anything, nothing will change. If you don't make any changes in your life, nothing will change. So with that in mind, let's talk a little bit deeper about the opportunity. So, you know, we've talked a lot about this coffee, and you know, the coffee's kind of been the highlight of our focus in 2020. We have, you know, I don't know, 50 some products. There's a whole slew of products. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't drink coffee, that's okay. You know somebody that drinks coffee, but we do have a whole nother slew of products. But I want to focus on the coffee because we now have something that we've never had before, and these are our coffee samples. And your kit, when you join as a distributor, it's $99 to join. Right now, we have $69 coupon codes. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I think I want to do this, I'm really interested, I'm ready, get back to whoever invited you, get back to whoever shared this video with you, and ask them, tell them you're ready to go and ask them for a $69 coupon code. But in that kit, you get 4 physical coffee samples. It's a 3-day supply, so it's 3 sachets of coffee, and 3 digital coffee samples that you can literally go into an app and mail out. It works, mails it for you, you guys. But the cool thing about that, we sell them for 20 bucks. So you pay $69 to get your kit, and I did the math earlier. I think with all the samples, it's like $140 that you can make. So you're literally paying for your kit and making like an extra 70 bucks. So if you're someone that's watching this and you're like, I don't have the money right now, money's really tight, life has just gotten to us right now, that's okay. You know what we're teaching you to do? Pre-sell those samples. You pre-sell 3, maybe 4 of those samples. You collect the money from your friends, buy your kit. As soon as you get your kit, you can have those 3 digitally go out, and then you have 4 that you can give out when your kit arrives. So we are literally taking away any objection. You don't have the money? Hey, guess what? That's great. We can show you how to earn the money for your kit before you join. Problem solved. Next, what's your next objection? You don't have enough time? Guess what? We travel internationally. We have a basketball team and 2 subs as far as kids. Like, we got a lot of children in our household. I find the time. We have other things, I wrote a cookbook. Like, I'm involved in other little things that I do. I run a group where I talk about natural remedies and food. I have all the things going on. I find time to not only work this business, but we work 2 positions. Okay, so what else you got? You know what I mean? We have any objection that you might have. We have a way to help you get through it. You just have to want it, and you have to take that first step. So what happens then when you join? You reach out to whoever invited you here, and you say, I'm ready, but you don't know what to do. Well, hopefully you're excited and a little scared, because we want you to be a little both. That's a great place to be. But what you get not only the person that you join with, and you get your kit, but you get this family. Now let Jennifer go into this a little with our team, and what she's experienced here. But you get this team of people, whether it's, Mike, who's been in the industry for 20 years, whether it's Mrs. Moore, who is, been a top income earner in other companies and just a rock star here, whether it's Mrs. Nivens, whether it's myself, you get this whole team of people that support you and motivate you every day, you guys. Like, you join the business, you get added into our Facebook group, you get added into the group chats, you get welcomed, you get a customer, we support you. We cheer you on. You get a distributor, we cheer you on. I like to share that our team laughs together, we cry together, we pray together, we play together. And I'm going to share a real quick touching moment about our team, and then I'm going to let Mrs. Nivens, talk a little more. But we were at conference in January. And Jennifer, you know what story I'm about to tell because you were part of this. And I might cry talking about this, but we were at conference in January. I'm probably going to cry. And I got to meet a lot of people for the first time that were on our team, got to see a lot of people that, we only see a couple times a year. And we had a little scare where we couldn't find Anya and our nanny for about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. We couldn't find them at like 10 o'clock at night. No one was answering phones. They were supposed to be home and they weren't. It ended up being a miscommunication. But have you ever had that feeling where you didn't know where your child was and you think the worst? And I broke down, and we were in the middle of an event. Mike and I were literally hosting a dinner for our team, and we couldn't find them. And I broke down and I lost it. And instantly, Nina Moore and Jennifer Nivens just held me and prayed over me. And then Jennifer jumped up, and I was calling FBI, State Patrol. I don't know who she was calling, but she was calling everybody, calling in our car model info and the nanny's name. But that was touching. But what really got me, really will get me choked up, is that I was like, I gotta get out of here, Mike. Let's get in the car. I just want to go home. We gotta go. And I stood up, and out of nowhere, there was like 20 girls surrounding me. Girls I had just met that night. So I don't even know who was all there because I was in such a state of panic. Girls that I didn't even know who they were. Literally, these women surrounded me and prayed over me. Like, where else do you find that? Where else do you find people that love on you and support you and just do that? So I'm going to cry, but I'm going to let Jennifer talk a little bit more about what she loves about the team and the opportunity.
Girl, you're not about to make me cry either. But but yeah, it was, and that's another thing about It Works. Like, it is truly, like, especially our team, we are truly a family. And it's like anytime anyone is going through anything, and I tell my team as well, if we put business aside and it is straight, how are you doing? What can I do to help you? You know, I just had a team member who, she heard about a mom that was in need, who her and I think it was, she's like 2 or 3 daughters were in a weekly stay hotel, and she fed her kids saltine crackers that night because she had no food. And she posted it, and you know, a bunch of people on social media got together and filled up her fridge. Like, she tagged where she stayed, you know, where she was. And so we really and truly work together, you know, as a family, supporting each other, even outside of business. And like she said, whether you've done anything like this before, although you are in business for yourself, you can truly believe and know and trust that you are not in it by yourself. We really and truly band together to help you win. You tell us what your goal is for this business, and we put together a plan to help you reach that goal. And we're going to hold you accountable. You know, if you say, well, this is what I want to meet, and I'm going to remind you, well, Annie, remember when you said you needed to hit this so that you and your family can do this. You know, we don't allow you to give up so easily and so quickly on yourself, because we want to see you win. We know your why, and we adopt that why just as it is our own. And so we help push you to help you make that happen. And so, like, the self-development in this, and our MK was crying last month, you know, because she advanced in the company, and she was like, I have never promoted, I have never made money in this company before, or any type of business like this before. And the way this team works together, you know, she was just seriously choked up, you know, that night she advanced. And so that is what we love. I love the fact that you are not in this for yourself just to promote and make a bunch of money. Like, this is the company where you advance and you are successful by turning around and pulling someone else up to help them hit their goals. And that, again, that's just and I keep saying that is what I love, because that is being able to help other people. I'm successful by how many other people I can help be successful. And we have an amazing team, an amazing support system, leaders who have, you know, years upon years of experience doing this, success in this industry, this company, all the way around. And so whether you like social media, whether you don't like social media, and you like to do more, you know, face-to-face and events, we have it all. And we teach and coach you so many different ways that you can work this business so that you can hit the income. And maybe you don't need the income, but maybe you need the sistership or the brotherhood, or, you know, just the extra family and the support just that you normally don't get, you know? And so, but yeah, I love this team. I love the family. I love the company, the industry, but also the income, you know, because I started it to make money. And the fact that I can make money and all of this other stuff was added on top of it has just absolutely been a game changer. And so we thank you all for coming on. And we want to say, as she said, it's normally $99 to start this business, but for a limited time, and I want to say a limited number of people have a limited number of codes that you can get in for $69. And when you join, you are able to set your goals that you want to hit, but also run after this $15,000 bonus that's available in your first full 3.5 months. So if you calculate your first full 3.5 months, you get all of March, April, May, June, because March isn't a full month. So the earlier you start in March, you technically kind of get 4 months. So I want to say, you want to get in while it's $69, go ahead and lock arms with the person who invited you on, get plugged into our system, our team, and let us help you hit your goals. And maybe you say, well, I'm not quite sure about the business side, but I want to get my hands on this coffee, this tea, this thermophyte, this hair vitamins. Or you just say, you know what, I don't know what I need, but get back with the person. They can help you for whatever your goals are, whatever your financial goals are, and we can put together a package for you to help you hit that. And so I'm gonna turn it back to you, Brandy, and we will wrap this up.
I mean, I think you said that perfectly. I think, just my favorite thing to say to people is, what do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. You're gaining a family, a sisterhood. You're gaining personal growth. You're gaining, a way to make you and your family healthier, a way to make money, a way to change your finances. Literally, you have everything to gain and you have nothing to lose. So I'm going to end it on that. Like Jennifer said, get back to whoever invited you here, whoever's watch party you saw this on, whoever shared the link with you, whoever cared about you enough to tag you in this or give you this opportunity, get back with them and say, I'm ready to make a change. And, you might not know what that change looks like, but like, Mrs. Nivens said, we will help you figure that out. We will help you figure out what your goals are and how to get them. And we will be there with you every step of the way. So thank you so much for being my co-host on here tonight. And you guys have a great night. And, it's Sunday night. Sunday night family calls at 10 p.m. Make sure you get on that. And guys, let's go out and crush March.
Thank you, Brandy. You guys have a good night.
Thanks. Bye, girl.